Joining me is Chris Phillips, a former policeman who used to head the National Counter-Terrorism Security Office. And Chris, let's start with this story here that is it the internet company's fault for not sharing the information or the security services' fault for not monitoring it?
Well, I think we need to be aware that there's always this desire to blame someone when something like this happens. You know, the security services, the police have a tremendously difficult job to do when there's so many people that they have to watch at one time. It's a case of resources and priorities. Who at that time is the most likely to commit one of these heinous crimes? I don't think that you can actually blame the internet companies at this moment, but I think it's something that we need to learn for the future to make sure those companies kind of start thinking that they need to do something about this. They make enough money out of this stuff. They really need to start helping the police and helping the security services right across the world to solve this issue.
Helping, if they don't, as Andy mentioned there, does it mean the security services are going to get more powers to perhaps snoop on all of us here?
Well, first and foremost, I'd say that this whole snooping thing is quite interesting because everyone's worried about being snooped on. Well, clearly, you know, the security service aren't snooping well enough, or this wouldn't have happened. But no, I think it's really for everyone to think, well, how do we act in this new age of the new digital age? You know, how do we actually react to something that is not UK-based? You can't make a UK law that's going to solve this problem. This is something for the world.
Well, you know, regardless of law changes, regardless of more resources, the fact remains that the report points out there were errors in these operations. Why are things not being done by the book here? This is such a vital, if not the most vital thing that the security services do.
Well, I wouldn't say that things aren't being done by the book, but when you're dealing with such a huge number of people that they have to keep tabs on, you know, there is only a limited amount of resources. So if, as an example, you know, to put someone under surveillance is a hugely manpower. You just need so many people to do it, and you have to select who you're trying to look at. Now, my understanding is that the security service were watching these guys, but actually there was no evidence. There was not enough for them to continue to do that, and they had to move on to another target, unfortunately.